What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I missed everybody. Your girl was down with an ankle injury, but I am back. Actually, I just saw this break and I had to hobble over really quickly because New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges. I'm like, what is going on? The feds are not playing around, okay? I'm like, your boy is the mayor of New York City, but he could be sent to Brooklyn, sharing a jail cell with Diddy, okay? So it says New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. The exact charges remain sealed as of Wednesday night. So this just happened like 5 minutes ago. Adams, a former police officer who was elected as mayor of New York City less than 3 years ago, has spent nearly a year under the cloud of federal investigations. So this is serious because, a lot of people on his team, they have either resigned or they have been under federal investigation as well. A lot of his close members. And this is huge. This is huge. This indictment is historic. He will be the first sitting New York City mayor to face criminal charges in our nation's history. And this comes right when, Donald Trump, who was convicted of 34 felonies, is running for the highest office. And my mind is blown. You know what I mean? That so many men who are committing all these criminal acts are running, some of our nation's highest cities and states, allegedly. And, again, going back to Trump, trying to, earn the highest office in the land. Some people even say the highest office in the world because we have the largest military. So I'm going to let you guys hear just a little snippet because it's still breaking news. So we don't know everything that's going on, and I will try to keep you updated. But let's hear from CNN and some other news outlets that are reporting on this historic indictment from Eric Adams.
The New York Times is now reporting that New York City Mayor Eric Adams has just been indicted tonight by federal prosecutors. It's still under seal as of this hour, so we're still waiting on a lot of the details here. But this comes as there has been a flood of resignations in his administration. And of course, we have seen several of them embroiled in investigations from his administration. The phones seized by several of them, including the police commissioner, the school chancellor, the deputy mayor, several officials in his administration. This has all been going on as today we saw Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, one of the most prominent voices in the Democratic Party, who doesn't often get involved in the politics of New York City on the local level, calling for Adams to resign, saying she did not see how he could continue to govern the city. He responded to that by saying that he had not faced any charges yet. Of course, now tonight we see that he has been indicted.
So even AOC, has been calling for his resignation, and the fact that so many people around him have been, resigning. The police chief has been under federal investigation. All these teachers. I mean, I'm like, what is going on in New York City? But this is, again, like I said, it's historic. Unfortunately. And I feel like ever since Eric Adams has been in office, a lot of people, even more so than usual, right, have been saying what a horrific job that he was doing. If you guys remember, he closed down the libraries on the weekends, which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, one, that's when so many people use the library, right? That's when you actually have time in your week to go to the library. That's when a lot of kids will do projects and different things like that. And New York City has some of the most prominent libraries in the world. So he got a lot of backlash for that. So much so that I think they reopened on Saturday or Sunday, one of them. But a lot of, stop and frisks. There was so many infrastructure problems within the New York City transit. And he was just a very rogue mayor to me. He was someone who really enjoyed the spotlight. A lot of people were comparing him to Diddy. I know he gave Diddy the key to the city recently. Um, it's crazy that they might be seriously sharing, if not a cell, but a prison together because they're both brought up on federal charges. Um, it's a sad day, when we're seeing so many prominent figures are falling. But listen, Cat Williams, he said 2024 is the year of truth. And baby, let me tell you, 2024 has not let her foot off of our neck since January 1st. Okay. We got Shannon Sharp supposedly going, live on his Instagram, but now he's going back and forth on Twitter about Caitlin Clark. Cardi B and Offset are going at it. I just feel like everybody is just, you know, kind of losing it a little bit. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to just take a breath, woo-saw, and we need to come together because people are going down. Rudy Giuliani, I remember when he was, New York City's mayor. I think he was the mayor during the time of 9/11, if I'm not mistaken. But he was disbarred and disgraced, and now he's, I think, trying to file bankruptcy because he doesn't want to pay the two women that he owes all those millions of dollars to when he lost that defamation lawsuit. He needs to pay them their money. But with Eric Adams, this is, like I said, it's all breaking. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. So the indictment is going to be sealed until tomorrow. We don't know specifically what the charges are at this point, but we do know that they are criminal. So when it comes out tomorrow, Lord willing, I'll be able to keep you guys updated. My ankle is a mess and a half, so y'all keep me lifted up in prayer. But this is unbelievable. I mean, they're talking about him going to Rikers. If you guys remember, people were protesting about how horrific the conditions are in Rikers, and even the jail cell that Diddy is in Brooklyn. But the fact that he just ignored the pleas of the people, and so many people were trying to get Mayor Adams to bring these prisons up to basic humane conditions, and now he may have to literally reap what he's sown if he's put in a New York prison on these federal charges. But they are outside of his house in Brooklyn. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they said that it is a wrap. And it's going to be sealed until tomorrow, Thursday morning, with the mayor surrendering next week. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. But like I said, 2024, it is not playing around. He was trying to criminalize everything. That's the crazy thing, right? He used to be a cop. He was so hard on crime. He was so hard on other people. And it's like, the older that I get, the more I'm realizing, how flawed we all are, right? And I'm not talking about federal crimes like Diddy and Eric Adams, but I'm talking about just across the board humanity. I'm learning to give more grace and be a lot more compassionate, especially since, what happened last night with Marcellus Williams. May he rest in peace and his family find comfort. But I just feel like, a lot of things that happen a lot of them are by design. They are systemic failures. Again, I'm not talking about Eric Adams, and I'm not talking about Diddy, because these were prominent men that made choices, right? They had the resources and things like that. But I'm talking about people who are struggling, who don't necessarily have the resources to make better changes, regarding their circumstances. And I'm just blown away at the fact that currently, right, our economy is just, I mean, it is crazy. And, with inflation going up, homelessness has become criminalized. It's like all these things. We need an overhaul of our system, of our society, right? It literally blows my mind the fact that Donald Trump can't vote in some states, um, but he can run for the president of the United States. That's crazy, with 34 felonies, uh, and all these, moral failings. But then we have Eric Adams, who, was so punitive and really hard on the people of New York, stripping them away of their basic um, amenities, right? Like the library and things like that, and the things that will bring them joy. And was so hard on poor people just to be, to have those tables turned. And now him being federally indicted. One thing about them tables, baby, they gonna turn. But you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And tomorrow morning, hopefully I will be able to bring you an update. Keep my ankle lifted up in prayer too, child. I get the rest of these stories knocked out. I'll talk with you later. Take care, aces. Bye.